He is no fool who gives what he cannot keep to gain what he cannot lose. These were the words of Jim Elliot, a man whose passion for Christ led him deep into the jungles of Ecuador, where he would ultimately lay down his life for the gospel. Jim was born in 1927 in Portland, Oregon. From an early age, he felt a strong calling to serve God. While studying at Wheaton College, he became deeply convicted that the greatest calling was to bring the gospel to those who had never heard it. He set his eyes on Ecuador, where an indigenous tribe, the Waorani, also known as the Auca, meaning savages, lived in isolation. In 1952, Jim, along with 4 other missionaries, Nate Saint, Ed McCully, Peter Fleming, and Roger Udarian, traveled to Ecuador. For years they prepared, learning the language and establishing connections. In 1956, they took their mission further, using a small plane to drop gifts and messages of peace to the Waorani people. The tribe responded with curiosity, and eventually the missionaries set up camp near the Waorani village, hoping to share the gospel face to face. On January 8, 1956, as the missionaries waited eagerly for their new friends, a group of Waorani warriors suddenly attacked. Armed only with their faith, Jim and his friends chose not to defend themselves, believing that their mission was greater than their lives. All 5 men were speared to death. News of their sacrifice shook the world. Many questioned why 5 young men with so much promise would risk their lives for a hostile tribe. But Jim's death was not the end of the story. His wife, Elizabeth Elliot, and the other widows refused to let their husband's sacrifice be in vain. Instead of harboring hatred, they returned to the Waorani, this time with love, forgiveness, and the gospel. Slowly, the tribe's hearts changed. The very men who had killed Jim and his friends laid down their spears and embraced the message of Christ. Today, Jim Elliot's story continues to inspire countless missionaries and believers worldwide. His life was short, but his legacy is eternal, a reminder that true faith is not just in what we live for, but what we are willing to die for.